in the suffocating grip of a world that never stops screaming, endless notifications, hollow distractions, and emotions that rage like a wildfire out of control. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, unforgiving desert, the sun beating down as sandstorms whirl around you, threatening to bury everything you hold dear. You're not alone in this. Millions like you, trapped in the chaos of modern life, feel the weight of it all. The exhaustion of chasing shadows while your true strength lies dormant, buried under layers of weakness and noise. But what if, right now, in this very moment, you could unearth that power, forging an unshakable focus that cuts through the storm like a blade through darkness? These 7 brutal Stoic laws, drawn from the fires of ancient wisdom, aren't gentle whispers. They're iron-clad truths that demand everything from you, promising nothing less than a rebirth of the mind. If you're tired of being pulled under, stay with me. Let's descend into the depths together, where struggle meets resilience, and emerge with the focus of a warrior ready to conquer. Breathe slowly. Let the tension in your chest ease as we step into the first law, the one that strips away illusions and forces you to see clearly. In the quiet ruins of ancient Rome, Marcus Aurelius once stood before his legions, not as a conqueror of lands, but as a master of his own fate, whispering to himself in the dead of night, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the law of control. Understand that the world will throw its tempests, but your focus begins with claiming what's yours, your thoughts, your actions, and nothing more. Picture yourself in a crowded city street, horns blaring, people rushing like ghosts in the fog, and suddenly you stop. You don't react to the chaos. You observe it, like a sentinel on a watchtower, choosing where to direct your energy. It's brutal, this law, because it demands you let go of the futile, the traffic jam that boils your blood, the social media storm that steals your peace, and focus only on what you can shape. Epictetus, once chained as a slave, lived this law, his body broken, but his mind free, teaching that freedom is internal. Feel the weight of that truth now as the noise fades, and you realize that unshakable focus starts with this cold, hard acceptance. Control what you can, or be controlled by what you can't. As the scene deepens, let your mind wander to the second law, one that cuts like a sharpened edge through the haze of denial. Seneca, exiled on a barren island, staring at the endless sea, wrote in his letters, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This is the law of acceptance. Embrace the unchangeable, not with resignation, but with the fierce clarity that turns pain into power. Imagine a young man, much like you, sitting in a dimly lit room, the glow of a screen illuminating his face as worries pile up, the lost job, the failed relationship, the dreams slipping away. He fights it at first, raging against the tide, but then, drawing from Seneca's wisdom, he pauses, accepts the storm as part of life's unyielding cycle, and in that acceptance finds the space to rebuild. It's a dark path, this law, filled with the raw ache of letting go, but it's real, grounding you in the truth that fighting reality only scatters your focus. Epictetus would nod here, his voice steady. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and your focus will flow like a river. Feel the struggle in your own chest, the resistance giving way to calm, as this law builds the foundation of your inner strength, teaching you that true focus thrives in the soil of what is, not what you wish were. Finally, the seventh law ascends to the pinnacle, the law of virtue and purpose, the ultimate forge of unshakable focus. Marcus Aurelius declared, "Live as on a mountain," emphasizing that true focus comes from aligning with what is virtuous and eternal. Picture yourself at the peak, the world spread out below, your actions guided not by fleeting desires, but by a purpose carved from Stoic principles: honor, justice, wisdom. Seneca and Epictetus both pointed to this, seeing virtue as the anchor that steadies the soul amidst storms. It's brutal, this law, demanding you live with intention, sacrificing the easy path for one of integrity, but in that sacrifice, you find the ultimate strength, a focus that endures. As the narrative reaches its height, feel the energy surge, the emotional wave building, pulling you from the depths of struggle into the light of rebirth. In this final crescendo, let the 7 brutal Stoic laws echo through your being like a thunderous decree. Control what you can, accept the rest, master your emotions, build resilience, enforce discipline, introspect deeply, and pursue virtue with unyielding purpose. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they stand with you now, their wisdom a fire in your veins, igniting a focus that no distraction can dim. Feel the goosebumps rise, the transformation complete, as you step into a life of unshakable strength, ready to face the world with the calm power of a Stoic. No more weakness, no more chaos, only the unyielding focus that defines the masters. Go forth and claim it. Now, the 3rd law emerges from the shadows, demanding more than mere understanding. It's the law of emotional mastery, a brutal forge where feelings are hammered into tools of precision. Marcus Aurelius, in the heat of battle, faced his fears not by denying them, but by dissecting them, writing, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Envision a scene. You're in the midst of a heated argument, words flying like arrows, your heart pounding with anger that clouds your vision. But then you invoke this law, stepping back like a general surveying the field, questioning the emotions hold. Is this rage serving me, or is it just noise? Seneca, in his essays, warned of the dangers of unchecked passions, describing them as chains that bind the soul. And through his eyes, you see that mastering emotions isn't about suppression. It's about direction, channeling that energy into focused resolve. It's painful, this process, the initial burn of self-examination, the dark nights where weaknesses are laid bare. But in that pain lies the rebirth, the ability to stand firm when others crumble. As you internalize this law, feel the transformation, your focus sharpening like a blade, cutting through emotional chaos with the precision of a Stoic philosopher. Let the narrative build, the 4th law rising like a tide, relentless and unyielding, the law of resilience, where every setback is not a defeat, but a forge for unshakable endurance. Epictetus, with scars from his years in bondage, taught that the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Picture a vast mountain path, winds howling, your legs burning as you climb, each step a testament to the struggles you've faced, the rejections, the failures that linger like ghosts. This law demands you view those hardships not as barriers, but as builders, strengthening your focus through repeated trials. Seneca, reflecting on his own exiles and losses, wrote that fire tests gold, adversity tests the strong, urging us to see challenges as the crucible that purifies the mind. It's a brutal truth, this law, forcing you to confront the darkness head-on, to rise when every part of you wants to fall. But in that rising, you discover a focus that doesn't waver. Imagine yourself at the summit now, the world below insignificant, your resilience a shield forged in fire, drawing from the ancients who endured far worse and emerged unbreakable. As the story intensifies, the fifth law takes hold, an iron grip on the soul, the law of discipline, the daily ritual that turns intention into ironclad habit. Marcus Aurelius maintained his focus through rigorous practice, rising before dawn to meditate on his duties, embodying the idea that our life is what our thoughts make it. Envision your own routine. The alarm rings in the quiet morning, and instead of succumbing to the pull of the bed, you rise, applying this law with the discipline of a Stoic warrior, carving out time for reflection, for training the mind against distraction. Seneca emphasized this in his writings, calling discipline the guardian of the soul, a brutal but necessary force that weeds out weakness. It's not glamorous, it's the grind, the repeated choices that build focus like muscle, the choice to log off social media, to face discomfort head-on, to prioritize what's essential. Feel the struggle, the initial resistance that fades with each disciplined act, as Epictetus's words echo, "No great thing is created suddenly." This law is the backbone of your journey, transforming scattered efforts into a laser-like focus that cuts through the noise of modern life. The sixth law now looms, darker and more introspective. The law of introspection, where you delve into the depths of your own mind, uncovering the truths that others fear. Epictetus urged, "Examine yourself. Are you angry for good reason?" Imagine a solitary figure, perhaps you in a quiet room, journal in hand, probing the shadows of your thoughts, questioning the distractions that erode your focus. Seneca, in his retreats, practiced this relentlessly, using solitude to confront his flaws, writing that to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. This law is brutal, exposing the vanity and fears that lurk within, but it's also the path to clarity, turning inward to build a focus untainted by external chaos. As you apply it, feel the pain of self-discovery, the realizations that hit like thunderbolts, but also the hope, the rebirth, as you shed illusions and emerge with a mind honed for purpose.